Gravitas, co-presented by Skoda. Kushaq, choose what really matters.
It's the end of an era in Europe. After 16 years as Germany's Chancellor, Angela Merkel is stepping down. Her successor will be elected on Sunday. Merkel represented a rare breed of leaders. She did not give fiery speeches. She did not hold concert-like rallies. She did not have to, because her popularity came from her work. Angela Merkel guided Europe through some turbulent times: the financial crisis of 2008, the migrant crisis of 2015, the Wuhan virus pandemic of 2020. And she did it in her own style, through hectic diplomacy and meticulous management. Her exit leaves a huge void in European leadership, and Germans are confronted with a new question for the first time this century. After Merkel, who?
Have you ever heard of the retirement glow? Well, look no further than Angela Merkel. She's got birds on her arms and a wide smile on her face. Very different from the Merkel we are used to. But then again, she isn't carrying the weight of Europe anymore. Angela Merkel was a child of the Cold War. She was born in West Germany in 1954. Politics was definitely her calling, but she took the long road getting there. In 1986, Merkel obtained a doctorate in quantum chemistry. She worked as a research scientist until 1989. That year would change her life, much like it did for all Germans. The Berlin Wall came down, and Germany was unified again. Merkel joined the newly formed Democratic Awakening. Next year, in 1990, she was elected to the German parliament. Thus began a political career that would shape Europe for decades to come. Merkel had a powerful godfather in politics: Helmut Kohl, Germany's longest-serving chancellor. He appointed Merkel as the Minister for Women, and later the Minister for Environment. But in 1999, mentor and protege split. Helmut Kohl was accused of corruption. Merkel called on her party, the Christian Democratic Union, to make a new start. In 2000, the party appointed her as leader. The chancellery would come 5 years later. Merkel was the first woman, the first East German, and the youngest holder of Germany's top office. Since then, she's seen it all. 4 French presidents, 5 British prime ministers, 8 Italian prime ministers, and 4 US presidents. Yup, 16 years is a long time. Teenagers in Germany have grown up seeing Merkel. They can't imagine anyone else as chancellor.
I can't remember there being anyone else as Chancellor, so for me it's just always been Angie. So it will be weird to have to choose someone else.
Merkel wasn't always a big fan of the European Union. But 100 EU summits later, she leaves office as a firm advocate for the Union. A union she has rescued many times. Merkel has been a loyal firefighter for the EU. She saved the Eurozone, weaved through Brexit, and led the way during the 2015 migrant crisis. But then came Donald Trump. Transatlantic ties took a tumble. Europe needed a firm leader, and Angela Merkel stepped up. This picture of her confronting Trump is one for the ages. At big summits and discussions, Merkel was often the lone woman. She represented half the world population in what was always a boys' club. After 16 years, the curtains are drawing on Merkel's chancellery. Her tenure was all about sober politics. Less soundbites, more action. But her retirement is proving quite the opposite. Merkel memes are flooding the internet. Here are some of the best ones. Danke, Merkel. That's the message across Germany. We hope retirement will be kinder to her than politics. Perhaps more visits to the aviary. And fewer midnight duels on bailing out Europe. Bureau Report, WION World is One.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.
Gravitas, co-presented by Skoda. Kushaq, choose what really matters.